Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm so sorry, I didn't realize that we've already started. Okay, hi, good afternoon. Welcome again to another episode of Doctors Go Live. We are here on a Friday and we're on the Comedy Asia Facebook page. Hope everyone is feeling good and ready to receive the weekend. Not that it makes much difference to people who work from home, but yeah, the mode is just different. Okay, so for today, we have with us a dietitian because today's topic is about breastfeeding, not just any general breastfeeding topic. Okay, there's a bit of a noise there. Okay, good. Okay, it's gone now. All right. So anyway, as I was saying, the topic today is about breastfeeding, but it is about the best types of food that you can eat if you are a breastfeeding mother. Okay, so this will benefit your baby lah. So the best nutrition that you can give for your child, it depends on what you eat. So of course, for this purpose, we need to speak to an expert who better to speak about these things than a dietitian. And so we have with us today from Columbia Asia Hospital, Puchong, Miss Nurshazlyana Mohamad Zaidi. Hello, Assalamualaikum, Miss Nurshazlyana. Panjang nama,
Good evening.
Okay. Hi, good afternoon to you. Okay, this is a very interesting topic because usually when we get a topic like breastfeeding, it's usually why is breastfeeding recommended, what's in what's in the meal, antibiotics. So it's quite biasa. But this is the first time that I'm hearing a topic about the kind of food that the mothers need to eat in order to up the quality lah of their breast milk. Okay, so thank you so much for being with us here today, Ms. Shazlana. Okay, let's take a look at the size of a newborn baby's stomach. What an interesting start. Okay, maybe you can just walk us through what are we looking at? Kecil ni lah, cherry size. Wow.
Okay, hi. Good afternoon,
Hi.
everyone. Okay, so for today, I would like to talk about actually not really about best food during breastfeeding for breastfeeding mother lah. Actually, more
Okay.
lactation diet for lactation mother. Okay, so as we can
Okay.
now on the slide is about how big is newborn stomach. It start from day one is very small because we are
Yeah.
concerned about mother after they are
Yes.
giving. They are really stressed about the milk productions.
Yep.
Actually, during for this info, just to the other mothers outside that for
Mm-hmm.
one day two actually their kids is have a very small of stomach, so that of
Yeah.
course the
Yeah.
milk production is very less.
Yeah. Well,
So,
that's very, very tiny. Look at that. The size of a
uh,
cherry.
yes, because
The
we have
stomach.
they are got so many issue. Takut tak ada susu bila bersalin.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
your baby is have a very small size of stomach, so that's why your milk production is very little, just to
I
fill up
see.
the small stomach instead of big stomach lah later on.
I see. Wow, mashallah. So it is to adjust lah. It's something that's already fixed because it's but the amount of milk. Okay, let's just put it like this. Usually for mothers who are first time mothers, they're afraid that there's no milk because they don't see milk gushing out kan, and they
Yes,
expect
yes,
that's how
yes.
it's supposed to be. Padahal because it's to suit the baby's stomach size. Look at that, it's just the size of a
Yes,
cherry. So
yes,
that's why
correct.
it's just colostrum. Siapa yang bagi presentation ni? You ke I? Okay, but just coming from a mother's point of view, I never knew that actually this is what we are looking at. This very tiny storage space. And then, okay, from day to day, how does it progress and how does our breast milk increase?
Okay, so from day to day, and then the stomach of the baby will become bigger and bigger. So
Mm.
the stomach is increased in size, so that
Okay.
the requirement is increased. So when the
Okay.
baby requirement is increased, and then they will
Yes.
suck more towards the mother, and of course the
Yes.
milk production will be more.
Yes,
So
I see.
by
Okay.
day, and then milk production will be increased. So the mother need to worry that after bersalin susu tak ada. So
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the baby is still got very small size of stomach, then
Yes. Yes.
baby requirement will be increased day by day, and of course your milk
Yeah.
production will directly increase.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't come in straight away, right? It takes like
Yes.
days. Okay, why should mothers start breastfeeding right after delivery?
Okay. As we can see from this slide,
Mm.
okay, actually it's very important mother should be directly breastfeed after they giving birth, because
Yeah.
at the end of the stage of the pregnancy and also the early stage of the after giving birth, okay,
Yeah.
the breast milk composition that we call colostrum. So colostrum is very important for the baby because the content is high in bioactive compound and also
Mm-hmm.
high in body to protect the respiratory and digestive system of the baby.
Okay, what is bioactive compound?
Okay, bioactive compound is a compound that can protect. That is the element inside the colostrum. Okay,
Yeah.
it's very active. This
Okay.
actually will defend. Okay, they protect the digestive system of the baby from infection. Okay, and this colostrum is very expensive. During the first 3 days only, they will take a very thick of colostrum. After that day, will be normal, no colostrum.
Okay, so you're saying that the first milk is the one that has the most nutrition for the newborn baby.
Yes,
And
yes,
then after
correct.
that, not that it's not nutritious, but the intensity good.
Yes, the
Uh,
concentration is different
yes,
lah.
the concentration.
There will be fore milk and also hind milk instead
Okay.
of colostrum.
All right. Okay. And the texture is also different, yeah? Colostrum,
Yes,
apparently it's
yes,
very,
very
it's
thick, and the color
very
also
thick.
is
Yeah.
the color also a bit yellow lah.
Mm, I see.
Yellow.
Okay.
Mm.
Let me ask you about ideally, how long should mothers breastfeed their babies? What was the
All
recommended
right.
period?
Okay, so for the breastfeeding is actually during the first 6 months of the baby. Oh, is
Yeah.
we call that we need mother need to exclusively breastfeed, meaning that there are no other formula milk or also other mineral water that we give to our baby. Just breast milk. This is what we call exclusively breastfeed. This is very support. We need to exclusively breastfeed. And then according to World Health Organization, they also recommend that mother to continue breastfeed until 2 years. Okay, even though that WHO recommend mother to breastfeed until 2 years, but
Yeah.
the first for the first year of the baby is very important. Breast milk is very important, and then for the second year of the baby, the milk is not more too much important towards the child because they already start to eat this solid food
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So
just to support.
it's okay. Yeah, lah, yeah, lah. Maybe a word of comfort for some mothers who are not able to breastfeed their children for too long for whatever reason. Maybe not enough milk or stress, girl, you know. But
Yes, yes,
because some moms are quite hard on themselves because they feel that they are not feeding their babies enough because they don't have enough breast milk. But as you were saying, 6 months actually is good. Ideally 2 years, but if it is not as long as 2 years pun, alhamdulillah, that's okay, right?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. On that note, how about for 6 months? You were saying that it should be exclusively breast milk. So not even water. I know you mentioned mineral water, but if it's just plain boiled water as you know our moms usually did in the past.
Actually, no need because as I mentioned just now, the stomach of the baby is very small.
Yeah.
In case that the mother introduce the plain water towards their baby, so that the stomach of the baby will be full already without any calorie, just plain water.
Plain
So
water. Yeah.
during this first 6 months of the baby, actually baby need more calorie to grow up. So they
Yeah.
need breast
Makes sense.
because breast milk is high in calorie. Instead of plain water, no calorie. So inform that all the mother outside, please don't give a baby any kind of water, plain water towards the 6 month, first 6 months of the baby.
Yeah. Because
Because
the
there are
milk
no
is already
calorie.
enough.
Yes.
Yeah, it's complete. Okay, there are also some mothers who breastfeed their children for more than 2 years. What's your opinion about
Okay, actually it's good. Actually, no problem. No, and I also do some research that actually can be continue more than 2 years, but depends on the condition.
Yeah.
Sometimes that maybe the mother is ready to get another new baby, so that for some condition it's not recommend lah. In case that they have no planning for another baby, then can continue because the kid is just minum sikit-sikit je during 2 years and above, not directly nak melekat dekat mothers je, tak, because they already eat a lot.
Yeah.
But in case that mother planning to continue breastfeed more than 2 years is good because
Okay.
the strong body is come from breast milk.
Okay. All right. Should breastfeeding mothers eat as she usually does before getting pregnant? Or should she increase her food consumption because she is breastfeeding? I think even if you're pregnant also, you feel that you have to eat for two people. So what about when you are breastfeeding? Do you have to eat more than usual?
Okay, so as we know that at the end stage of the pregnancy, the mother will be increase the calorie intake, of course, for the baby also, but not
Yeah.
so much. So after the mother giving birth, and then of course the mother need to maintain the calorie intake as at the end stage of the pregnancy.
Okay.
Because the breast milk is actually is a calorie, contain a calorie. So if the mother intake is less calorie, of course the milk production will be terganggu.
Yeah.
So that's why the calorie intake for the mother is very important. So as you can see at the slide, for the first 6 months, the mother should be increased about 330 kilocal per day, calorie
Okay.
per day. And then for the second 6 months, need to be up 400 kilocal per day. So in conclusion, that calorie intake for breastfeeding mothers should be increased more than 1,800.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot
Yes.
because on average, what is it supposed to be? What is normal? What is the normal
Now,
calorie number for
uh,
on
for
average,
women,
like about 1,000,
up to 2,000.
up to 2,000.
Yes.
Okay, and then
In
you
case
have
that,
to add on this amount of
yes, yes.
calories. I see.
Because just to set in mind that breast milk is calorie. If you take less calorie, of course, no calorie will be go out from your body through the breast milk. So we need more calorie to produce milk to our baby.
Okay. What about the mothers who are trying to lose weight and they exercise in order for them to burn calories? What would you say to them?
Okay, so normally I heard that so many issue breastfeeding boleh kuruskan. Okay, actually when we breastfeed, okay, in form of breastfeeding kita akan ambil kalori yang tinggi. Okay, ada
Mm,
kalori tambahan. And then when we
yeah.
do breastfeed to our baby, of course the breast milk is a calorie will going out to baby. Okay, it's about just this is approximately 100 ml of breast milk is equal to 75 calorie. And then ml of breast milk yang keluar daripada breast kita akan burnkan kalori kita is about 85 calorie.
So
So
that's why.
so that in form of lose weight, yes, happen. It depends on the body metabolism, in lifestyle. Is it that the mother do something, some exercise?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And in case that okay, bila lepas bersalin je nanti akan ada mother macam okay, nak lose weight, for
Yes.
mother. So bila diorang akan masa yang sesuai untuk diet is actually after 2 months.
Okay, that's not too bad. I thought you want to say 2 years. 2 months is okay lah. Then they could
Yes,
probably
after
the
two
hygiene
months,
kan.
in case that the milk production is very enough for the baby, then the mother can start to can start to diet lah to lose weight.
Yeah, yeah. How is it that a mother can lose weight if she breastfeeds? Is it your explanation just now? You were saying because breast milk is high calorie,
Yes.
so you are feeding your baby with high calorie breast milk. So the more breast milk leaves the body, the more you lose weight.
Yes. But
Okay.
actually, we cannot count in kilogram lah. Actually, we cannot count
Yalah,
in
yalah.
kilogram. So this is actually in formula, meaning that
Mm.
the 100 ml of the calorie, 100 ml of breast milk we going out from our breast, so that the calorie is about 85 kilocal. Actually, kita tak boleh nampak lah berat kita turun banyak
Yalah.
sangat. Yes, lose weight
But
is
it does
happen.
help lah.
Because as I mentioned just now, kita makan banyak. So kita makan banyak tu actually for milk production. So when we breastfeed, milk production akan keluar and then itu adalah extra kalori yang kita makan. So berat badan kita akan maintain, not to gain weight ataupun lose weight too much. Macam
Okay,
tu.
just
That's why
nice.
we need we need extra calorie for breastfeeding mother.
Okay. All right. Thank you for clarifying that. Okay, now let's take a look at the science of breastfeeding. What triggers a mother's milk production?
Alright, this is very best explanation. Okay, how can milk produce through breast of the mother? Okay,
Yeah.
actually they have two hormone that are responsible for milk production, which is prolactin and oxytocin, and another one is a positive feedback, and the third one is actually the sucking from the baby. Okay, so I will briefly explain about these two hormone. Okay, so at the end stage of the pregnancy, actually our two hormone, progesterone and estrogen will be dropped. So
Okay.
these two hormone will be dropped, the prolactin and oxytocin hormone will be increased. So since this prolactin and oxytocin hormone will be increased, okay, at our breast they have areola, and then among the at the side of the areola we have prolactin receptor. Since this prolactin hormone will be increased, and then the prolactin receptor will be triggered, and then they will send the stimulus to the brain, and of course the milk production will be ejected through this hormone oxytocin, and this will be happen more if the baby is sucking frequently.
Okay.
Okay, and please make sure that ourselves is not too stressed, because if we are too stressed, then prolactin hormone and oxytocin hormone will be disturbed.
Okay.
That's
So it's not just psychological. Like
yes,
it's actually proven that mothers should just relax.
yes,
We should just be happy, be joyful, and
yes,
that's when breast milk will increase.
yes,
Correct?
yes. Yes, because some of the mothers, when the milk production is decreased, then the mothers start to worry. Okay, and then bila kita risau, then kita akan stress. Okay, actually what we should do during that time, we try to more skin to our baby. If you more skin to skin to our baby, and then baby will suck, and then these two hormone will be increased, and then we will be in positive way, and then of course the milk will be produced.
Yeah. Okay. I hear that sometimes you just think of the baby and then your breast milk will also automatically
Yes,
increase. Yeah.
yes,
Or it's expressed out.
yes. It also depends on supply versus demand punya concept. Yes, if your demand is increased, of course your supply will be increased.
Yeah.
And now we cannot compare our milk production dengan orang lain, because depends on baby demand.
Yeah, it's very tough, I think, for some mothers who are not able to breastfeed smoothly like other mothers. So they become very stressed, and then that's why I think it affects their milk production. Kan, as you
So
said just now.
yes, family support, and then we
Yeah.
need to join other group outside.
Okay. The next question is about, yes, this is actually the one that we are going to be talking about in detail today because it's the focus of today's talk. What is an ideal diet during lactation for mothers?
Alright, this all the information in this slide is actually I refer to Krauss book, 14
Okay.
edition. Mentioned that mothers need to eat variety of food. Especially we are more focused on nutrient dense food, especially something like dates, benda-benda yang kalori tinggi. But make sure that the food is in healthy form. Bukanlah kita kena makan burger, fast food, tak. Kita kena makan makanan yang kalori tinggi in form of healthy way. And the second one is, as I mentioned just now, calorie intake must not less than 1,800, meaning that must be more for the first 2 months. If the mother want to lose weight, then after the next 2 months. And then the third one is about a protein. Okay, so the mother, breastfeeding mother need to add on about 25 gram per day. Okay, how can we get the additional protein is of course from kita punya lauk pauk lah, ikan, ayam, and in case that the mother is very light ikan, then they need to choose the from fatty fish lah. Directly will be increase the DHA intake, and minerals and vitamin intakes from our fruits, veggie, and need to drink enough of water, as we know that breast milk is in form of liquid. Alright, and in case that you are alcoholic drink, so make sure that your baby is not pram, and then not sick, and also not very young. Okay, then you can drink alcoholic is occasion lah. In case that your baby in this condition, make sure you are try to avoid, because this also have a lot of issue about breastfeeding mother and alcoholic. And the last one, we need to eliminate all the toxin and non-nutritive substance from foods, water, and environment as much as possible lah. In case that the mother maybe can buy the organic one instead of the normal one during this early 2 months is good lah.
What is the difference between this diet that you are mentioning as opposed to just any healthy diet? That means whether she's a breastfeeding mother or not. This diet
Okay.
sounds quite general actually.
Okay, so from this information, as I mentioned just now, as we need to additional protein about 25 gram per day. Okay,
Okay.
so how to calculate? Actually, the protein intake is depends on our body weight. In case that our lactation mother weight is about 60 gram, so that the gram of the protein per day is 60 gram. So if the mother is breastfeeding, so they need to top up another 25 gram, meaning that 85 gram per day.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So that is
And
the
more
more protein.
explanation is yes, more explanation we can go for the next slide.
Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the next slide then.
Alright, this is what the lactation mother should take, which is healthy balanced diet, meaning that the lactation mother need to add on about 1 to 2 serving of carbohydrate. Okay, instead of they take a plain, the normal one, and then they must take 3 servings of vegetable and 2 serving of fruits to make sure that the body, lactation mother will get enough vitamins and mineral. And of course, just now is about additional protein, about 25 gram per day, to make sure that our body will produce enough milk. Because as I mentioned just now, breast milk contain antibody to the
Yeah.
baby. How can antibody form? Is actually from the protein.
I see.
That's why we
Okay.
are
Yeah. Okay, we understand about the 25 grams of protein, but how much are we talking about if we were to a plate? So like the suku separuh, that poster guide, it's very clear because we can actually see, okay, there is 1/4 of the plate because we know how big a plate is. So if you're saying 2 servings of fruit, how what is 1 serving? How much is that?
Okay.
Like 1 apple?
Alright. Okay. So in form of fruit, actually we are recommend mother or any, actually not mother only lah, semua rakyat Malaysia
Everyone
kat
lah. Yeah.
kita kena ambil 2 serving of fruit, meaning that 1 serving is about 1 biji apple.
Okay, there you go.
Ataupun yang nak senang is buah-buahan yang macam kita nampak dekat stall dekat luar. Okay, macam size of tembikai,
Oh, I see. In that one small plastic bag.
Yes,
I see.
this
Okay,
is what
alright.
we call
Here's an idea lah. Likewise, vegetables ke? Same also? Imagine if there are broccoli in that one small.
Alright, so for the vegetables is about 1 serving is 1 cup. Ataupun tenduk macam tu.
3
So
servings of vegetables ni, you mean at one time? This is one
no,
meal.
in one day.
In one day. I see. Okay, that makes sense. In one day. But why just 2 servings of fruit? If they want to have more, they can lah.
Can. Actually, this is the minimum.
It's just a guideline.
Yes.
Right. I see. Okay. Additional protein. how much of let's take chicken as an example. So
Okay.
if it's a drumstick, how many
Okay,
grams
if
would that be?
drumstick, okay, if drumstick is about 8 gram of the protein, one drumstick.
Oh, I see. So
Okay,
25
actually,
grams?
yes,
25
25.
grams is about more than two drumsticks. So you have to
Yes,
eat.
yes,
That's a lot of protein.
yes. Actually, not only in form of lauk pauk, they also can take protein from nuts,
Oh,
from
yeah.
yes, from air
Soya
soya.
bean milk.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Not only, okay, setiap masa lunch nak makan 2 ketul ayam. Dia nak makan 2 katam. It's not
Yeah,
compulsory lah.
exactly.
As we know that nowadays we have a lots of the powder form,
Yes, yes, correct,
milk.
correct.
That one also
Yeah,
contain of
true. So
protein.
kan? Yalah, yalah. We're
They
just
can
thinking about
replace.
salmon and fish, chicken, beef and all that. But would you recommend beef as well, or would it be more white meat that you recommend?
Yes, yes. Beef also can.
Okay. What about seafood like prawns or squids? But then
Okay,
there's an
that
issue
one.
of confinement pula kan?
Yes,
Kena
that one we
pantang.
have some issue about the allergy. I can explain in next slide.
Okay, all right. Let's take a look.
Okay. This is about the allergic reaction, as Miss Sakina mentioned. Is it
Yeah.
possible that patient mother can take seafood? Okay, is it?
Mm.
Okay, actually, during the breastfeeding, the baby also can come out with some allergic reaction. Okay, how we
Mm-hmm.
like baby will become fussy, develop some
Yeah.
rashes,
Yeah.
diarrhea, bloating, experience some
Mm.
confusions. Okay, actually, this also can come out from breast milk punya quality. Okay,
Mm.
we can detect. Actually, we have several type of allergens. For example, like food, and then we have nuts. In case that during the breastfeeding period, mother take this kind of allergen, and then okay, any kind of food that we take, lactation mother take, that they will be related to breast milk punya quality.
Mm.
Okay, so that after the lactation mother take, for example, seafood, and then
Yes.
in that day, okay, the lactation mother will be breastfeed the baby, and then they
Mm-hmm.
see the baby will become like rashes. This means that
Yeah.
maybe the baby
Mm-hmm.
will have allergic towards the seafood, but not 100% confirm. Okay,
Mm.
we still need to actually lactation. What should lactation mother do during this time? Mother should stop take this kind of seafood, and then
Yeah.
when babies at 6 months start to take a solid food, then we will test again.
Okay. Yeah. So try and test lah.
Yes. If possible, try to avoid lah this kind of allergen during breastfeeding period,
Yeah lah.
especially
Yeah. But
the
these are
first
high risk kan?
2 months. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Is it true that if mothers eat spicy foods and then it will be like panas for the babies?
Okay, all right.
Heaty. The spicy food make the baby feel warm.
Okay,
Is there
all
such a
right.
thing?
This is a very good question. Okay, sebab bila breastfeeding mother, orang akan takut nak makan makanan yang pedas, kan? Yang
Mm.
chili. Okay,
Yeah.
actually, okay, any kind of food that lactation mother ambil, they will be affect quality of the breast milk. Dia akan affect quality of the susu. Okay,
Yeah.
tapi in form of the taste, dia memang tak ada. Okay, tak semestinya kita makan pedas dan susu akan rasa pedas. Tak. But
Oh, I see.
dia akan affect baby, but it depends on the individual juga. Ada yang tak ada effect, ada yang ada effect. Okay, and the most of the thing biasanya in case that for the first 2 months of the postpartum lepas bersalin,
Yeah.
of course that mother will be avoid all the spicy food kan during the confinement. So
Yes.
it's good. And then for my suggestion, okay, my advice during the first 6 months of the postpartum, okay, so the lactation mother try to avoid the spicy food lah sebab kita takut baby will be bloating.
Yeah.
Okay, ada yang baby tak bloating, ada yang bloating, but then from the research, high risk lah untuk dapat bloating.
So kalau boleh kurangkan lah, don't eat so much spicy
Yes,
foods.
yes. Kurang and try
Okay.
to avoid.
What about jamu? Because you were mentioning that it affects the quality of the breast milk,
Yes,
tapi in terms of taste, it should not. But some
yes.
people insist that, oh, if you eat jamu, then jamu is very bitter. So does that make the breast milk bitter as well?
Okay. Actually, the breast milk will not directly change to the bitter.
Mm.
But quality of the breast milk actually. For the
Yeah.
first 6 months, my advice try to avoid any kind of jamu. Better take the natural one.
Yeah.
Vegetable, the fruit instead of you take the jamu yang kita tak tahu. Okay, dia punya bahan-bahan. Is it
Yes.
kita anak macam tu. So try to avoid.
Okay. All right. So that's something to make note of. Okay. Apart from that, let's see. Can mothers continue to drink coffee even when she is lactating?
Alright, this is also a special issue and a lot of the mother asking about breastfeeding mother boleh ke minum kopi? Boleh ke ambil caffeine kan?
Yeah.
The working mother
Many
that
coffee drinkers among us.
yes, especially during the pregnancy, they already cut the caffeine. Then lepas bersalin, they think that they can take, boleh ke kan nak balas dendam balik nak ambil caffeine.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
actually, caffeine, okay, the intake of the caffeine during the breastfeeding mother is can,
Mm.
but they need to limit the consumption about 2 to 3 cups per day.
Which is good enough lah kan?
Yes, the amount of the caffeine is about 300 milligram per day.
Okay. 300 milligrams from 3 cups.
Yes, yes, the total.
Okay. All right.
No issue, but make sure that you take not more than 3 cups per day. Actually, 1 cup per day is enough for
I
the
guess
day.
if you're a coffee addict, maybe you need like triple that amount of coffee. But okay, at least you are allowed to drink, but just be careful about the amount that you drink. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. What about vegetarians? Which food should vegetarians consume if they are to lactate well?
Okay, so as I mentioned as I mentioned earlier that lactation to take additional protein. Okay, it's about 25 gram per day. So
Yeah.
most of the vegetarian diet they have less intake of the protein.
Mm.
So what can this lactation mother do? They need to take other source of the protein, something like lentils,
Yeah.
okay, cereal, whole grains, nuts, okay, as to make sure that all the iron from this protein will be absorbed very, very efficiently in their body. They need to
Yeah.
take directly with vitamin C.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Actually,
as
there
I
are quite a few plant-based proteins, kan?
yes, yes.
A lot of choice. Yeah,
So
a lot of choices.
we are afraid that this mother will be worried about their milk production. Uh,
Mm.
most of the mother dia tak tahu yang protein tu sebenarnya membantu untuk penghasilan susu badan.
Yeah.
They will be keep continue vegetarian diet. Actually vegetarian diet is good but kita takut protein tak cukup dalam badan. So apa yang kita boleh lakukan, kita nak make sure that the protein absorption tu is very good. So
Mm-hmm.
this mother, okay, dia kena ambil dengan vitamin C. For example, during lunch, dia makan nasi dengan tahu, okay,
Mm.
dia kena minum dengan jus orange.
I see. Why
Okay,
does
just
it need to be paired with vitamin C? If we are talking
because
about protein, does protein increase does vitamin C increase protein production? Good.
no, vitamin C will be increase the absorptions of iron
Oh,
in
I see. Okay, okay.
since the most of the vegetarian mother lacking of the
Mm.
iron, okay, we are afraid that okay, lacking of the iron and then
Yeah.
breastfeeding is actually penat and then bila iron tak cukup kita takut anemia.
Yes, yes, yes.
This is
Lethargy,
the
kan?
yes, so this is the advice lah for vegetarian mother. Make sure that you take vitamin C directly with your protein.
Yeah. Actually, it's very. I think vegetarian diet is very calming, but that's on another note, lah. Because it feels clean. Lots of tofu and all that kind. I mean, it's still protein, essentially.
Yes.
And like you mentioned, there's a lot of other plant-based protein as well. So vegetarians will not miss out on quality breast milk walaupun they
Yes.
are vegetarians. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, that's
Just
good
to
to know.
make sure that the iron protein intake is enough.
Okay,
Because
so don't forget your vitamin C, right?
yes, yes, yes. And the
Okay.
type of the protein that they take. Make sure
Right.
that not all the green vegetable only during the vegetarian diets. Actually, a
Mm.
lot of protein plant based.
Yeah. But you've already given the examples here again.
Yes.
Cereals, lentils,
Yes.
dried fruits. Okay.
Tahu, tempe.
Okay. Are there supplements for mothers that you can suggest in order to improve lactation process?
Alright, alright. Okay, so actually supplement for lactation mother is not compulsory to take. But
Mm.
that okay, in case that vegetarian mother, they
Yeah.
should be take vitamin B12, but still need to be considered lah. Okay, because
Mm.
vitamin B12 is very important among the vegetarian diet. And
Yeah.
then for the vitamin D, calcium, iodine, and zinc, all these things is actually to support the body of the mother. Okay,
I see. Okay.
actually in form of the advice,
Mm-hmm.
supplement is not compulsory for lactation mother. This
Mm.
okay, as I show in this slide, actually some type of the supplement that we are recommend should be
Yeah.
considered first lah, in case that the mother intake is very normal, 2 serving
Yeah.
of fruits, 3 serving
Yeah.
of vegetables, so all this kind of supplement we tak perlulah, tak payah.
Okay, but if in any doubt, you can always speak to your doctor again, and then the doctor will be able to
Yes,
let you know lah,
yes.
what you need and what you don't need. Okay, all right.
But this
Um,
is I list is actually several type of supplement that normally lactation mother take.
yeah. Okay, we've spoken about weight loss just now, so maybe I think we can skip that part, or maybe you want to show the slide, the
Okay.
next one after this. Weight
Yes.
loss. Okay.
As we
Okay.
discussed
Yeah.
just now
Yeah.
lah,
Yeah.
this is what weight loss and breastfeeding is related. It
Mm.
depends on
Yeah.
the food choices, activity level, body mass, and
Right.
this what I mentioned just now is 100 ml of the breast milk is equal to 75 kilocal,
Mm.
and it's burn about 85 kilocal per day. Uh,
Okay.
kilocal per,
Okay, all right. So weight loss and breastfeeding related. Breastfeed to lose weight. Okay, now about milk boosters, because we hear this quite a lot in recent times. Like it's quite a trendy thing. Apparently, there are milk booster cookies lah, and then well, so many things that
yes,
they
yes.
are selling on social media now. So, do these things actually work, or are they just fads?
Alright, so as I mentioned just now, that in case that the mother have enough healthy balanced diet, okay, of
Yeah.
course milk product and also positive, okay,
Mm-hmm.
of course that milk production is good, is enough
Yeah.
for the baby. So but now some of the working mother is very stressed at their working place, so that
Yeah.
all of these thing, so milk booster pun akan banyak company yang buat milk booster.
Oh,
Okay.
I see.
Is it true or not? Okay, can you move to the next slide? Okay. So actually, milk booster, yes. Okay, but okay, what means of the milk booster? Meaning that some type of the food group that help to boost the milk production actually. Okay,
Mm,
so
okay.
all the product they claim they can boost the milk production because
Yeah.
the product that contain must contain barley,
Yeah.
oat, is fenugreek, fennels, dry dates, goji berry, all these type of the food group is we call lactogenic. So in
Mm.
case they are in group of the lactogenic, so
Yeah.
yes, it will be stimulate the breast to produce milk.
I see. So these
But
are naturally memang food that increases your breast milk lah.
yes, but then it
Okay.
depends also our supply and demand concept.
Okay. So that
And
also is taken into account. So it's
actually
not just
this
about eating something and then
yang ini
breast milk
hanya
works.
membantu sajalah, tapi yang sebenar-benarnya is actually from sucking from the baby.
Yeah. From the
So
hormones that you mentioned just now, kan?
yes, yes.
I see.
This is the other side that can help to increase the milk production. But all these thing is actually depends individually.
Mm, mm. So you shouldn't be
So
relying on this in order to
yes,
increase your breast milk.
yes.
Yeah.
Actually, this is option,
Side dish.
not not compulsory to take for the lactation mother.
Yeah.
Okay. So before the mother start to buy any kind of the milk booster, make sure that
Mm.
see the ingredient first, before
Yeah.
take. Because the ingredient like fenugreek, if you take
Mm.
too much, will be bloating of the stomach of the baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they need to make sure that all the ingredient is safe first.
Yeah.
Because
Okay. I
the
think
result is depends individually.
the lesson to learn here is that not everything suits everybody lah. It's not a one size
Yes.
fits all. Just general
Yes.
guidelines. Okay. All right. That's good to know. Milk booster ni other than cookies, what else is there? Because my motherhood was a long time ago, so these are all new things to me.
Okay, they have in form of drink,
Okay. And cookies.
and they also have in form of tablet.
Oh, I see.
Mm,
Okay.
Normally
I
drinks
did.
and tablets are popular nowadays.
Yeah. The one that's intriguing is about the cookies lah. That one.
Yes.
Interesting. You can imagine eating cookies and then you produce more breast milk. Okay, interesting.
Actually,
Okay.
actually, the base of the to make that cookies is actually from
Mm.
oat.
Oh, I see. Oat cookies lah, oatmeal.
Yes, cookies, but they claim
Right.
as a lacto cookies, macam tu. So in case
Mm-hmm.
lactation mother can take oats and milk, there is enough. No need to buy the
Yeah,
cookies, the expensive
yeah,
cookies. Uh,
yeah. It's trendy and it's packed nicely, I suppose. That's one of the attractions as well. Yeah, but it makes a lot of sense because if these ingredients are the ones that help, and then you can produce any kind of food lah. Or you can just eat this kan on its own. Whole grains, barley.
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, correct.
All right, we've got a question here from one of our audience. Mrs. Celia Chong is asking, can a breastfeeding mom take medication if she is ill? It's a good question. What's your take on that?
Okay. Alright. Actually, medication is depends what type of medication. Okay. So in form of medication, still depends on condition. I'm not expected. I'm not expertise in form of medication. Okay, it still depends. So I think better refer your MO first lah. Ask your
Mm,
doctor about the medication and breastfeeding. I heard that something like Panadol can take during breastfeeding, but other
mm.
medication I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Better
yeah. Something like this, yeah, best to check with the doctor. Okay, Juan Shaila Azwin. We've got a question from her, and the question goes, if the mother already stops breastfeeding their child, how do they start again? Does eating lactation cookies work? Over to
Alright.
you.
Okay. So in case that the mother stop breastfeeding, so of course the breast
Mm,
milk already stop. So actually
mm.
they can start again. Okay, they start
They
again.
can.
Yes, can, but not from the lactation cookies. Actually from skin to skin contact.
Mm, mm.
So
But for how long? I mean, how long after you stop breastfeeding your child would there still be breast milk?
normally under 2 months
Up
still
to a
can
certain point.
produce.
I'm sorry?
Normally baby under 2 years still can produce.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But the most important is the mother need to skin contact with their baby.
Yeah. You mean like after 1 year and for whatever
Can,
reason, the babies,
can.
the mother stop breastfeeding their baby, and then maybe 6 months, 7 months after that, she feels like breastfeeding again, she can because there's still milk.
Yes, yes.
Wow. Oh, I never knew that. Okay. I thought
Because
once you
they,
stop breastfeeding and the like what do you call it? The milk ducts dry up and there's no more milk after that.
okay, actually the most important is
Hilang masih buka tak tutup.
baby. Actually the most important is to make sure that baby still suck.
I see.
Skin to skin contact is very important lah as compared to you just palm je kan
Yeah,
so
yeah.
make sure that skin to skin because skin to skin contact with the mother we stimulate the hormone yang ada dekat breast to produce
Mm,
milk tak banyak but then they still akan produce okay,
yeah.
selepas produce baru kita boleh ambil any kind of the lactogenic food lah
Mm.
increase the milk
If you're
production.
not lactating and if you just saja-saja you want to try lactation cookies, that's okay kan? Because it's just food,
Yes,
but it's not
yes,
going to make
yes.
you lactate lah
Yes,
for no
even
reason.
lelaki nak makan lactation cookies pun tak ada masalah sebab all ingredient is actually same like a oat crunch, oat
Yeah,
cookie.
yeah. It's good.
Macam tu.
Okay, fantastic. Okay. Looks like we don't have any more questions, and it depends. Do you have anything else that you want to add on?
Okay, just some advice. Okay,
Okay.
especially during this pandemic COVID-19 kan. So
Mm.
just to advise all the mommy to be your mothers outside. Okay, keep
Yeah.
continuing our baby. Okay, because the
Yeah.
strong antibody is come from our breast milk.
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
yeah, keep continue lah. Unless memang dah tak ada susu and then we can top up with formula lah. In case that you are still having a milk, breast milk, so
Mm.
keep continue.
Okay, that's very good advice. Thank you so much. So that was from Columbia Asia Hospital Puchong, Miss Nurshazlyana Mohamad Zaidi, dietitian and an expert in the field of what you can eat in certain conditions. In this episode, we were talking about the kind of foods that would help lactating mothers in order to increase the quality of their breast milk. If you've just come in and if you've missed the first part of the talk, you can always um, come back later on to Columbia Asia Facebook, and this episode will always be on that page, so no problem there. Okay, well, anyway, thank you so much,
Okay,
Miss
so before
Shazliana. Thank you for your time.
before I end my sharing
Yeah.
session,
Mm.
I need to share some quotes for other mommy outside. Okay, so
Can.
water fill his stomach,
Okay.
but the breast milk will fill his soul.
Wow, it's very nice. Can you say that again in case some of us didn't get that? Water.
Okay, so water fill his stomach, our
Mm.
stomach, but the breast milk will fill their soul.
Wow, very nice. Yeah, there you go. That's how important breast milk is. Okay, so don't forget, new mummies, old mummies, you plan to have another child. Breast milk is it. Okay, thank you. Bye, everyone. Thanks. See you again in another episode of Doctors Go Live. Bye.